Hello beautiful vixens, how are you? It's Jennifer with Saucefox here, and I'm so excited to be sharing with you how I did my makeup today. If you would like to see how I did this, look right here, please continue watching. Today is just one of those days where you need to go ham with your makeup, and that's what we're gonna do. So,
let's go ham.
First, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer and just apply that onto my lids. Don't mind any background noises, they're picking up my garbage right now. And the next thing I'm going to do is take my Scotch tape and I'm going to apply that from the corner of my lid to the corner of my brow. I'm using my Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, and I'm going in with this shade right here. The nice thing about tape is that you can't really go over your baseline, so you have a really good foundation of where you're actually going to apply your eyeshadow. Now that I have applied that, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's quite similar to the one I was just using, but it has a bit of shimmer. Now I'm going in with this darker blue shade and applying that right where the tape ends. Next, I'm going in with the dark purple shade. So I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay eyeshadow called Fishnet, and I'm going to apply that right over here on my eyelids. Next, I'm taking my Urban Decay eyeshadow in Dive Bar. I'm applying that on the side here, just to pump that up a little bit.
A little bit.
Now I'm going back with my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going back in with that matte turquoise blue shade, taking a clean fluffy brush and blending that. I'm going to take the same brush I used to apply the purple. I'm dipping that into the lightest shade of my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette and applying it to the inner corners of my eyes. I'm also taking that light shade and I'm applying it to my brow bone. I'm applying this shade right here just to the inner corners of my eye to give it some shimmer and pop. I'm going to remove my tape, gently pull up. I'm using the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Foundation Primer.
I'm just gonna rub that in all over my face. Rub it into my face.
Tell that I had coffee. The foundation I've been loving lately is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in shade. What is this? What is it? It's Classic Ivory 101. I'm gonna dab that on to my face. Let's blend this bad boy so hard. So how have you been? Let me know in the comments. How have you been? I've been good. Life is great. It's a hot mess and we're getting hotter each and every day. Next, I'm going in with my concealer. It is the Maybelline FitMe concealer in the shade Light. We're just gonna go in and apply that wherever we need it. We're gonna bring in some light. Now that I have my concealer blended in, I'm going to go in with
my Marcelle translucent medium. It would help if you can see it.
my Marcelle translucent medium face powder. This is great. I'm taking my beauty blender and dipping that into the product and applying a hefty layer to my face.
Oh God.
You wanna see how much powder's on me? Like, it's all over. I'm wearing leggings. It's all over my legs. Like, I don't know. See, it just became. Woo! Ah, there's powder everywhere. Oh my God.
Next, I'm going in with blush. I have been madly in love, in hard, deep, infatuated love. Morphe Brushes blush palette. It comes with so many different shades for so many different looks. Just so you know, like, I'm not sponsored by Morphe. They're not like paying me to do any of these tutorials or reviews. It's just I like their products. So please note that this is not sponsored. I'm going to go in with this shade right here today, this little bit of a darker kind of plum blush. We're gonna amp things up a little bit. And be really careful because this stuff is pigmented. Now I'm gonna dig into some highlighter. I'm using the Revlon Color Stay Mineral Finishing Powder. Now that I'm all goddess-like and glowy, I'm gonna go in with my eyebrows next. Guess what eyebrow palette I'm using? It's by Morphe Brushes. I really like this palette too. I was using a different one previously, and this one is one I prefer. First step with brows that I like to take is I brush them out upwards. So I'm going in with this this greasy gel-like shade. I'm just applying that here and here. The gel itself isn't pigmented. My eyebrow brush already has pigment on it from yesterday, so I'm just, you know, working with that. Next, I'm going to go in with the lightest shade right here and start filling in my brows. I make sure I have a chiseled edge with my eyebrow brush, and I start creating little imitations of hairs all over my eyebrows. Next, I'm going in with this shade right here.
There's a hot minute for you.
Next, I'm going in with this shade right here.
We're just building and building and building until we create a goddess.
Next, I'm going in with the darker shade, and I'm sparingly applying that. Last but not least, with my eyebrows, I just brush them out gently just to blend everything I just applied. Now that I'm happy with the shape of my brows, I'm going to carve them out with concealer. I have very oily skin, so when I carve my eyebrows out, I find that they don't bleed as much onto my face. Now I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm just blending up, but I'm not touching the line I created.
Hi, we're so beautiful.
The first eyeliner I use is the Loreal Infallible 24-Hour Super Slim. I like this eyeliner. It gives me a marker-like control.
I take my eye, I pull a little bit, and I just drag across the lid.
The next eyeliner I like to use is the L'Oreal Paris Liner Intense in Carbon Black. And I just follow the edge I created with the tape. Next, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. I'm going to use the NYX Lingerie Liquid Lip in Bedtime Flirt. I really like this color. All right, beautiful vixens, this is the finished look today. And if you just take this in for 1 minute, okay, just 1 hot minute, I think it's beautiful. I really like how it turned out. Like, look at that. Just look at it. So without any further ado, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please leave them in the comments box below, and I would love to interact with you, answer any questions you might have, and hear what you have to say about this video. If you liked this video, please subscribe so you can stay tuned to all of the videos I post. I do makeup reviews, tutorials, and whatever else I feel like. I hope you, my beautiful vixen, have a fabulous day. Thanks again. Cheers!